British holidaymakers have been rushing back to the UK, often at great expense, to make it back ahead of the 4 a.m. deadline when Portugal moves from green to amber under the government's travel rules. That means anyone entering the UK from the country will now need to quarantine at home for 4 days. It's just 3 weeks, of course, since Portugal was put onto the green list and travel was allowed. It was the only major mainstream holiday destination allowed, and it offered a glimmer of hope to the travel and holiday sector. That, of course, now replaced by more uncertainty and no shortage of anger, both here and in Portugal. Well, joining me now is Simon Cooper. He's Chief Executive of On the Beach. Simon, very good morning to you. Do you think this was at all proportionate by the UK government?
I think, we had an expectation, I guess, that we would see another summer like summer 2020, which is one of the main reasons we took holidays off sale. About 4 weeks ago, we took everything off sale for June, July and August with the expectation that, the data is going to drive the decisions. The data is very sensitive. And of course, the movement of people leads to increased infection. So you see the case rates go up in Portugal and lo and behold, they close it down. It's no good for consumer confidence. And, undoubtedly with Portugal moving from green to amber, it sort of shakes people's confidence in booking any destination.
It absolutely does. So, I mean, you've not put any holidays on sale for June, July or August. How's it looking further out?
I think sort of booking patterns for longer lead time travel have been pretty strong. One thing again, I think that's shaken the confidence of consumers in the travel industry as a whole is obviously we're 15 months into the problems now, and consumers have been finding it difficult across that period of time to gain refunds for cancellations. And I think that it's difficult for consumers to book holidays that go in 3, 6, 9 months' time with confidence without knowing if they're going to be disrupted and cancelled, how they'll get their monies back.
It's been suggested in the media over the recent days that Matt Hancock, the Health Secretary, just doesn't want anyone going on holiday abroad this year. If that's the case, shouldn't he just be open and say that rather than creating all this chaos and uncertainty?
Yeah, I think that a more permanent sort of solution, I think, which comes in the medium term, would be a travel corridor which stays open and is not necessarily driven by data. That probably comes when the two countries at either end of that corridor are sort of further vaccinated and therefore less prone to sort of increased contagion and hospitalisation. Meantime, it wouldn't be unhelpful for the travel industry if we knew sort of where we stood for the next 3 months, although it does feel with sort of decision making the way it's been for the last number of weeks that it's not going to be a summer where people can travel freely. And like I say, that's another reason why we took holidays off sale about 3 weeks ago.
Yes. I mean, we had a minister on Sky News earlier on today, George Eustice, who actually explicitly said people should take their holidays in the UK this year. What was your reaction to that?
Well, I think that, it's not the first time we've heard that kind of comment or headline. I mean, again, I have no doubt travel will recover if it treats its customers right, but it's very, very difficult with chaotic scenes like this because, everyone's watching the television, looking at this and thinking, thank God I didn't go on holiday to Portugal.
Well, Simon, do you think the UK tourism sector is actually set up to deal with extra demand? I mean, I was in Pembrokeshire last week for half term. You couldn't get a booking at a restaurant for love nor money.
Yeah, I mean, difficult, isn't it? Because, of course, over the last 30, 40, 50 years, we've all enjoyed sort of package holidays abroad. And, as a result, I suppose the capacity of the UK to take holidaymakers is lower. And, of course, because the supply demand curves and so on, you'll find that taking a holiday or enjoying sort of a day out in the UK can be very expensive against the backdrop of enormous demand. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. I think you'll find a lot of people are doing day trips as well as kind of potentially longer trips just because of that difficulty in gaining availability anywhere.
I mean, we're entering into the realms of the hypothetical here, Simon, but if the government was to suddenly turn around and reinstate Portugal on the green list and perhaps put other territories such as Malta there, would that change your mind in terms